All right, everyone, it is 3 o'clock, so I am going to start my Hangout on Air about YouTube playlists. I do have my contact information up on the screen presently. My name is Norm Peckham, and I will be showing you today how to create and share YouTube playlists and the great things you can do with them in the educational world. So again, that's my contact information, and I will share that with you at the end of this presentation as well. So I'm going to stop sharing that and just start with this now. So welcome again to my Hangout on Air. I'm actually going to take these off. And I just wanted to first tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Norm Peckham. I'm an EdTech trainer for Mesa Public Schools, which is the largest school district in the state of Arizona. And I've been doing this now for 2 years, and this is my present role right now. And prior to that, I was a classroom teacher for 12 years. I taught English language arts and social studies. And while I was a social studies teacher, I actually started creating YouTube videos for my classes. And at first I just made them. I didn't post them on YouTube. And the music videos I made related to history. Since my students were learning about American history, I changed the lyrics to some pop songs and made them about American history. And my students started asking me if I could burn some CDs and give them copies of the songs. I don't know why, because my singing voice is horrendous. But they did ask me for copies of those songs. And rather than burn a bunch of CDs, because I saw about 150 students a day, I decided instead to create my own YouTube channel. And once I created my own YouTube channel, I started uploading the videos there. And one of my students said, why don't you create a playlist so we can see them all together? And I thought that was a great idea. And that's how I started using YouTube playlists. And so I did want to ask you a couple of questions. As a teacher, do you want to save time in your classroom? Do you want to be able to organize digital video content in a way that makes sense for you and your students? If you answered yes to those questions, then you definitely want to learn about YouTube playlists because they will help you do both of those things. Okay. All right. I have a presentation that I'm going to get started for you right now. And then I'll be walking you through the steps of how to create and share your own playlists. And let's get started with that. I'm going to do a screen share right now. So just bear with me here for a bit. All right. So the instructional goal that I have for you today is, being teachers, we always want an objective in mind, correct? So by the end of this Hangout on Air, you will understand reasons for using YouTube playlists in education and the process for creating and sharing your own YouTube playlist. Okay. All right, so what are YouTube playlists? One of the great things about playlists is they're kind of like a jukebox. That's what I really think of them as. Okay, I use that analogy when I explain this to people. Okay, playlists are a group of videos that you want your viewers, meaning your students, to see. So think of it like the old days when people used jukeboxes to play their favorite songs. On a jukebox, you'd pick the songs you liked, and you would select the order of the songs so they would play back to back or consecutively. And that's what YouTube playlists do, except they do that with more than just audio. They do it with video, of course, because it is YouTube. All right, educational reasons for using YouTube playlists. There are many ways to use YouTube playlists in the educational world. Okay, one of the biggest reasons for educators to use YouTube playlists is because they save time. Okay, and you can create a playlist of videos you've made, videos others have posted on YouTube, or a mix of both. As teachers, we are used to squeezing out as much instructional time as possible in our classrooms. The time it takes to go from one YouTube video clip to another can take a minute or longer if we're having to search for the next video and fumble with our computer. Okay, with YouTube playlists, however, you don't have to worry about standing next to your computer and then typing in the URL for your next YouTube video or going to another tab with that video already opened. The beauty of YouTube playlist is that you organize it beforehand and the videos will play seamlessly back to back. No time is lost between the videos in your playlist. We all know how important it can be to not waste any time, because students can start talking or get distracted during transition times. With YouTube video clips playing seamlessly together, though, there is no time for students to get distracted and start talking. Another reason for you to start using YouTube playlists in the classroom is over here, to organize video content. Okay, playlists on YouTube make it easy for you to organize the order of video content, ensuring that your students watch videos in the order you want them to view them. For example, if you're a science teacher doing a unit on the rock cycle, you could find video clips on YouTube about the rock cycle and organize the clips so that they go from the first video introducing the content about the rock cycle to students, to having the last video in the playlist be one that you created that contains directions for students to apply what they learned about the rock cycle in an activity they'll be doing in a science lab in your classroom. Finally, down here, another reason to use YouTube playlists is because they can be shared. You can share the URL, the web address of any YouTube playlist that you create, and you can share that with your students. You could post the URL to the playlist that you created on your school's staff webpage, in a social media post, in a learning management system or LMS, or any other website. From that site, students could then watch the videos in that playlist. This would be a great way for students who were absent to catch up on the videos they missed in class. Or you could flip your lessons by having students watch your YouTube playlists outside of class. And then in the classroom, you could have them discuss the videos they watched. You could also share your playlists with other educators, who in turn could share those playlists with their own students. Of course, for fun, and to build some community and rapport in your classroom, you could share a playlist of your favorite music videos with students. Of course, you'd want to make sure that they are school appropriate. And you could have your students share their own YouTube playlists with other students. The students would have to be over the age of 13 and have permission to create their own YouTube channel to share playlists with other students or with you as the teacher. Okay. All right, we're going to get started on describing how we go about the process of creating your first YouTube playlist. So before you can start creating your playlist in YouTube, you'll need to log into your YouTube account. After logging into your Gmail account, and if your school district is a Google Apps for Education district, hopefully you have YouTube turned on, you would go to the 9-square grid in the upper right side of your screen and select YouTube. If you don't see it, you may have to go down to the More area right here. It's in step 2 there, and click on that. After clicking on that, it would take you to another screen where you would see YouTube, and here it is in step 3. After selecting YouTube, you'll be taken to YouTube's homepage, and you will have to click the sign in button in the upper right-hand part of your screen. That's step 4 over here. And once you click sign in, you'll be automatically logged into YouTube since you're already logged into your Gmail account. Okay, so that's getting logged into YouTube, first step. All right, now we're going to navigate to playlists within YouTube. You're signed into your YouTube account. This is what you want to do to get to playlists and create your own playlists. So once you're logged into your YouTube account, you can click on your picture or the default icon if you haven't chosen a picture for your Gmail account, and you will click on Creator Studio as shown in step 2 there. So clicking on the picture, step 1, then clicking on Creator Studio, step 2. Once you click that, on the left side of your screen, and I know this is counterintuitive because it's showing up on the right over here, but this would be on the left side of your screen. You're going to go to Video Manager, as shown in step 3 here, and click on that, and you'll get Playlists, the option for Playlists. You click on Playlists, and that will take us to our next screen. Okay. All right. Right now, you probably, if you've never created a playlist before, you would find a screen that looks like this screenshot right here. It says no playlists were found. And that's because you haven't created one yet. So to create a new playlist, we got to click on the plus new playlist button as shown there in the screenshot. And we click on that. That will be on the top part of your screen. And then we go to the next step. Okay. All right, naming playlists and choosing who can find them. Okay, and I'm gonna shrink that screenshot down so you can read that part later. And by the way, my slideshow is shared in the session materials, and feel free to make a copy of it if you'd like. So our next step is naming playlists and choosing who can find them. So you want to give the title to your playlist, as shown in step 1 there. For example, if you're a science teacher who loves Bill Nye's videos, it could be titled Bill Nye the Science Guy videos. And below that title field is a very important spot. This is where you choose if your playlist will be public, unlisted, or private. Public means that anyone doing a YouTube search will be able to find your playlist. Unlisted, meanwhile, this is the one that I like to do. This keeps it unlisted so that nobody can find them when they're doing a YouTube search. Now, playlists that are unlisted won't show up for others, but you can copy the link of those playlists and share them with others so that they can view them. Selecting private, meanwhile, the last option here, means that your playlist will only be seen by you and the users you select. Your playlist won't appear on your YouTube channel or in search results and will be invisible to other users. Private videos and private playlists in YouTube can be shared with others if your YouTube channel is connected to your Google Plus account. Okay, another good reason to get your Google Plus account activated. People you want to share your private playlists with need a Google account to view your private YouTube videos and playlists. After selecting public, unlisted, or private, click on the Create button, and then a new window will appear. And that's the step we're going on to now. All right, so that new window appears. As you can see in my example, I titled it Technology Videos since I'm in the EdTech department now. And from this area, you will see that you have the ability to add videos to your playlist. So you're going to click on the Add Videos button, as shown right here. Okay. And then you can search for videos in YouTube by typing in the search field. And here's the search field over here. And you can type in the topic or subject that you're searching for. Or if you already know the URL of the video you're looking for, then you'll want to click on URL over here and then paste in that URL that you already have ready. Or if you've already made your own YouTube videos, you can always insert those into your YouTube playlists as well. And you can have a mix of those videos. You can have ones you've searched for, ones you pasted in the URL for, and your own YouTube videos in one playlist. Now, according to the Google developers website, you can add up to 200 videos in one playlist. I've never tried creating a playlist with that many videos. To be honest, I believe as educators, that would be very daunting for students to see a playlist with that many videos. Even if they were only 1 minute each, that would still be 200 minutes of video. So I would not recommend making a playlist that long. Okay, now 200 videos in one playlist, but you can create as many playlists as you'd like, according to that Google developers website. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. We're on to part 2 of adding videos to your playlist. Okay, to add videos to your playlist, you can do a video search on your subject or topic, which I was just talking about. Find a video you like, then click on it. Okay, a blue outline will appear around the videos that you select. You can click on a bunch of videos, and in this screenshot here, you can't see it, but you can scroll down to more videos down here and select those videos. Okay, and I will be showing you shortly this live. I'll be going into my YouTube account and showing you how easy it is to create a playlist and share it with your students. Okay, so that blue outline indicates that you've chosen that video for your playlist. When you're done selecting the videos that you want for your playlist, you click on the Add Videos button in the bottom left-hand corner, right here, and the videos will be added to your playlist. Okay, let's go on to the next step. Okay, ordering videos in your playlist. This is a really important step because as educators, we want our students to see the content in the order that we think is best for their instructional needs. So to order the videos, what you do is you hover over the video and this more button appears and you select move to top, move to bottom, and you keep doing that until you have the videos in the order that you set them to. Okay. Also under the more option, you get choices to add or edit notes. Okay. There also used to be a way for you to edit start and end times, but this feature is no longer present in YouTube playlists. Notes that you add to a video in your playlist will show up to the right of the name of the video in the playlist. So it will show up right in this area right here where my cursor is moving. Okay. And again, as educators, sometimes we might want to put a note into that section. You might possibly want to put a note that says, hint, hint, make sure you watch all the way to the end of this video because maybe you have an important quiz question the next day that students will have to answer. And if they didn't watch all the way till the end, they'll miss that quiz question. Okay, if you are being a nice teacher and want to give them a hint, you could put a note like that. All right, let's go on to the next slide. Okay, and sharing playlists. So now we're on to sharing playlists. So you've already created your playlists. It's now time to share them with your students. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the share button right here in step 1. And when you do this, this pop-up window will appear here and you will get a code, your URL to go ahead and copy and paste. And again, you can copy and paste that onto any website that you have access to, like your staff webpage, and your students will then be able to click on that link and watch the playlist that you created. You also have the ability from here to embed, get the embed code for your playlists, which means if you get the embed code, the playlist will be embedded into your website so that students can press play right there on the website. And finally, you can email your students as well from this area. Okay, so that was about sharing playlists with students. Now what I'd like to do is just walk you through those steps and show you how easy it is to do. Okay, so I'm going to stop this presentation right now. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share another one of my screens with you. Okay, and go. I already have my YouTube account open, so I'm going to share that with you. Okay, let me get to that screen. All right, so I'm signed into my personal YouTube account already. I skipped the step of signing into it. Once you're signed into your YouTube account, again, you're going to go up to your picture, and mine's been showing a broken link for my picture lately, but here's the personal YouTube channel I use with my students, and it's Teacher in AZ. So I'm going to click on Creator Studio. Okay. And once I click on Creator Studio, hopefully you're remembering where I go next to get to playlists. I go to Video Manager, and underneath Video Manager, I go to Playlists. Okay. Now I have some of my videos already in a playlist here. I'm going to create a new playlist. Okay, so I click on the plus new playlist button. And this one I'm actually going to title The American Revolution. Okay. Type today. And press create. And I kept it public just for now. Usually I like to do them unlisted. Okay. And I'm going to add videos to that playlist. I'm not going to share it. There's no videos in it yet. So I want to add videos. And this pop-up window appears, this dialog box. So I'm going to type into the search field, American Revolution. Okay. Enter. All right. So what I would do is I'm going to go ahead. Again, I told you earlier that you can scroll down and it turns up a lot of different videos you can choose. Before you do this as an educator, make sure to vet any of these videos. Make sure you watch them, preview them, make sure they're school appropriate, make sure they're appropriate for your instructional objectives. But just for purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to pick a few of these. Okay, and I'm just picking at random right now. Again, not something I would recommend. Okay, and if I had a URL, I could have pasted that in. But I do have an American Revolution video in my YouTube videos. I have a music video set to the song We'll Never Be Royals by Lorde, which I thought was a perfect song for the American Revolution. So I'm going to add that one as well. Okay. Oh, I forgot to add the others that I was looking at. So again, American Revolution. I'm just going to pick a few at random here again and add videos. Forgot that step. And see how they all popped in there? These are all in my playlist now. But what if I don't want these in this order? Well, again, I would hover over them and see when I hover over it, I get that more option. Maybe I don't want my music video to be the first thing. Maybe I want it to be the last one. So I would do move to bottom. And just like that, that video has been moved to the bottom of my playlist. Again, there's some great ways that you could use this in your classroom. You can order the videos the way you want, which when we deal with Bloom's taxonomy, you might want to have it starting off with lower order thinking skills and moving up to higher order thinking skills. Maybe you have your students doing something at the knowledge level with this first video, and when they get to the last video, you have them moving up to the create level or the evaluate level on Bloom's taxonomy. So there's a lot of different ways you could do this. Again, with the more, you can add notes. So I'm going to add, please disregard my bad singing and listen for the content. Okay, and then I press save. And that note has been saved right there. Okay, so that people can see it right in this field here. Okay, so that again is how you would create the playlists, order them, and the last option here that I did not show you is set as playlist thumbnail. A thumbnail means that's what people are going to see when they preview the playlist. That's the image they'll see. Okay, so you can set any one of those different videos as the playlist thumbnail. Okay, now I'm ready to share the playlist. So I click on the share button. Okay, and again, what I would do is it's already highlighted. I would just right click and copy or do Control C and then paste it, Control V if you're on a Windows machine, Command V if you're on a Mac, and boom, it's pasted right into the website that you have editing rights on. Okay, if you have the ability to embed YouTube videos into your website, you click on this. Here's the embed code with the iframes around it. And finally, you can email that playlist. Okay, this is something that if you're working in a professional learning community, a PLC with other teachers, maybe you've created a playlist that they want access to, so you share it right to their email with them, and then they can share it with their students. All right, what if you really don't like the playlist that you just made? Okay, well, we go to playlist settings, and I don't want it to be public, so I can make it private, or I can delete it down here. Okay, so if I don't want anybody watching this playlist, I would just simply delete it. And it says, are you sure you want to delete the American Revolution? And remember, deleting in this case is going to be a permanent action. It can't be undone. So I said, yes, delete it. And it's gone. Okay, just like that. Okay. All right. So that was just a quick walkthrough of how to create and share a YouTube playlist there. So I'm going to stop the screen sharing and go back here. And hopefully you've learned some great ways of, or some great ideas of using YouTube playlists in your classroom. Again, they're a good way of flipping your classroom, meaning you could have your students watch the playlist before class, or absent students could watch the videos you showed in class. And it's a seamless way of doing things because no time is lost between videos. So that's about it for my presentation today. Again, all the materials I shared with you in the session materials, the presentation that I went through is in that. You can make a copy of it if you'd like, and feel free to share that with others on your staff or anyone else that you would like to share that with. Thank you for watching and take care. And I'm just going to share my contact information one last time. So let me get that shared in case you want to get a hold of me. Okay.